Hey everybody, happy Halloween and welcome to the Thwip Side. Today Carl and I are going to look at the Amazon exclusive 2-pack Flash and Red Death. In the spirit of the season, I was lucky enough to have it delivered today, so let's crack it open and see what we got. This time around we get a bigger packaging, but the same basic McFarlane design. Inside you can see the Flash, Red Death, and it comes with a nice base. And you see the two cards in the back. On the side you get Flash and Batman Earth 52, which is Red Death. And then in bigger letters, the same thing on this side. Just a plain window on the top to see the figures, let the light in. Artwork for both characters in the back, with some more figures in the line, just standard McFarlane box, and the mumbo jumbo on the bottom. So I can't wait to crack these open. So here we have the Flash and Red Death out of the packaging with everything they come with. We'll first go over their accessories, which is minimal, unfortunately. They each come with the trading card we've been getting. I have to kill the light so you can see it, because this time around they're glossy, so the light's shining off of it, and I'm thinking that's because it's an exclusive. There we go, that'll help out. And that's the Flash, pretty cool. Just like in the day collecting baseball cards, the shiny ones you like and you want to get. I'm sure this Flash card is the same as the regular release of the Flash. Here's Red Death. And they each come with the bio, of course. Fix that. They're on the McFarlane stands we get with them. They just say DC. And then we get this base, which is pretty cool. It's like rock terrain, pegs for their feet. First, let's go over the Flash, because he is almost all reuse. He has a single release. I've not picked him up yet, but just real quickly, checking him out. We've got the sculpted Flash symbol with these Speed Force effect lines on the costume, like design tampoed on. Same with the head, tampoed on. Cool head sculpt. The head sculpt for the single release is not the angry type, and actually I think I prefer the smiling head sculpt that they have on the single release over this. I think this head sculpt should have just been included with a single release. And actually, real quick, I want to just say, not a fan. One of the things I'm not a fan about this line is trying to hunt down other figures for other head sculpts like the Crow Robin. I think all three head sculpts should have been included in a package, because let's face it, I want all three. I would have bought three Robins for that option. And just having it where you got to track down each individual head sculpt just makes it that much harder and frustrating. And here I think this should have been a pack in with the single release Flash. I wish both Flashes had extra sets of hands, so you could have two running hands or two fisted hands. And the bummer about this set is he doesn't come with the Speed Force effects. You can see the holes where they're meant to be. So that's a little disappointing. But the figure itself is really nice. You can see all this textured detail in here. And all throughout the costume on the sides. And once again, really clean paint apps. Nice texture there. So yeah, really cool. Just disappointing in the accessory department. Going over articulation, his head will turn side to side. You got nice tilt. His head will only go up really not at all, unfortunately, and down really far. His arms will go out that far, rotate a full 360. He's got the butterfly joint. You can get a little up and down, not much. Back and forth like that. He's got it's tight, but he's got the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that go really far. His wrists swivel all around and they'll go up and down, inside to side. You can manipulate them to do either or. The torso, with the torso joint and the waist joint, you get a lot of tilt. You get swivel there. It's hard to get, but swivel there. And with those working together, he can crunch. Again, not that far. I wish he could crunch forward more. All the McFarlanes, I wish they had a little bit more crunch on them. I mean, some characters you don't really need, but somebody like the Flash, maybe, you need a little more. But they always seem to go really far back. And his leg will kick up very far, go back that far. He's got the hip type swivel. This one works a little bit better than a lot of the others. He's got double jointed knees, go that far. His foot will move up that far, back a little bit. He's got a little pivot, not so much as some of the newer ones. Yeah, a little pivot and toe articulation. Here, let's take a look at the real reason I got this set. Red Death. He doesn't have a single release, and I definitely wanted him as I continue to build my Dark Knights metal collection. And he looks really cool. I love the silver broken, bat symbol with a flash symbol mixed in. That was cool how they integrated that. A lot of cool detail on the head with the mask. Silver bat ears. It's all basically just cast in red. Some red is shinier and some are darker to offset it, which is really cool. A lot of armor type details on the gauntlets. Nice details in here with the abs. Yeah, just really cool looking. I like how the different reds offset each other. Then you got like a darker, like dull blackish brown in there. It's really cool. I like how it's duller here and it brings out the red down here, going to the legs. It's really a lot of nice detail. Going over articulation, start at the head, of course. You can swivel all around. Head will go forward that much. Again, like the Flash, not much, not really at all. Get some really nice tilt. His butterfly assembly allows for more up and down. You get a shift. And it goes back a little bit, not as much as the Flash, and forward a little. Maybe, you can kick it. If you kick it up, you get more. Arm will go out that far. It's got the bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that go all the way up, pretty cool, considering the gauntlet there and everything. He's got the hands swivel all around, of course, go to side and up and down, wherever you want to configure it. It's like all the McFarlanes, standard at this point. No, I didn't think he had a waist swivel, but he does. It's just really tight, and you got it. Maybe it'll free it up after a while, but he's got that. And the torso joint, which is lower this time around than on the Flash, but you can get some tilt out of it. And again, not much crunch. Again, hopefully they work on that a little bit, just a little more. I mean, I don't need him to bend all the way down. There's his crunch back. Going to his legs, I want to say, they are kind of, I didn't point this out before, but it's kind of strange to me. They're like bowed like that, and at first I thought they were warped. This one appears to might be a little warped, but this one is not much different. I think that's just the design. It caught me off guard. Definitely noticed it. I don't hate it, but it's kind of strange. But that being said, he can kick that far, go that far back. He doesn't get much at all at the hip. If you go up, you can get a little more up there, but not much at all. Definitely not as much as the Flash. Not that the Flash had tons anyway. He's got the double jointed knees that go that far. His foot will go forward that much, it crashes into this piece on the boot. Goes back that far. He's got better ankle pivot, way better ankle pivot than the Flash, and toe articulation that goes all the way up. And here they are next to the McFarlane Batman Who Laughs and the Spider-Man Retro Wave Green Goblin. And here's Flash and Red Death displayed on the stand. I will say it was kind of tricky getting them on. I mean, you can't get them really both on at the same time, fully on. But you can have some fun with it. Bottom line for me is that this set is pretty much to get the Red Death because he doesn't have a single release. I think the base is kind of cool. The glossy cards, pretty neat. But the Flash, he doesn't even come with his Speed Force accessories, and he sorely needed some swappable hands, fist, and another running hand. Same goes with Red Death. I just noticed he doesn't even have a dedicated fist. It's like a gripping hand or trigger finger hand, which is odd to me. But they both could have used swappable hands. Some Speed Force effects on Red Death would have been nice as well. So I kind of wish Red Death just came as a single release. The base is okay. I mean, it's nice, but yeah, like I said, the Flash's head sculpt should have been included in the single release. So this is the first time so far from the McFarlanes that I got that I really am bummed that there weren't more accessories, especially with an exclusive set. But like I said, I was in it for the Red Death. I'll have to pick up the single release of Flash. And at least if you weren't going to have the accessories for Flash in this set, at least give us some swappable hands and Speed Force effects for Red Death. That would have really helped. He looks awesome. But yeah, that's my gripe. But besides that, they look great. And again, I will be picking up at some point the single release Flash so I can get those Speed Force effects in the head that I like better. So, after talking it over with Carl and figuring out, the pros and cons of these figures, we got together and Carl decided to give this Flash and Red Death set a ho-hum, Carl. Again, for the reasons I stated. I am a little bummed. I'm not disappointed, but I wanted to really love this set, and I really do like the set. It's just like I said, the accessories could have definitely used those, and just everything I was talking about. I wanted to open this and go through it and think this is like the best McFarlane release that I've had so far, but that just didn't happen. I don't hate it. I'm not hating on it at all. I just wish there was more. Like I said, bottom line is, if you're interested in it and it's because you want the Red Death, then that's why you pick up the set. If not, if you're just wanting a Flash figure, I would get the single release. So with that being said, have a happy Halloween wherever you are. Be safe. We're staying in this year and watching scary movies. But whatever you do, I hope you have a good night. And thanks for watching. Hit that notification bell. Comment and tell me what you thought about the figure. Well, figures. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later again on the flip side.